Hi everyone, this is Myers Leonard here live at the 2017 NBA Finals, joined by Kevin Durant. Kevin, we'll kind of keep this light, try to get the fans to know you a little better, talk a little bit about the finals, of course. It seems like you've been in a comfort zone ever since coming to the Warriors. I feel like sometimes it takes time. You know, they had so much success prior to you coming here, and it just seems like everything's really in a rhythm for you guys. I'm curious why it's been such a great fit for you.
I just think the level of guys we have, so self, have high IQ for the game. You know, just try to make it easier for each other. We complement each other really well. And it took us some time to get it going. I felt like the start of the playoffs, start of the regular season, you know, it was all an adjustment. You know, it's a difference between the start of the season, middle of the season, playoffs, and now where we are. So I think just going through those experiences only make us better, and we're just trying to keep growing.
Right on. What would you say is the biggest difference between your game now and when you were last in the finals in 2012?
Well, I'm 5 years older, more experience, obviously. You know, just know my game inside and out, I think. Know more about the NBA game as well. And, you know, but playing on this team is a little different because, you know, I get to showcase different parts of my game. I don't need to score, you know, a lot. I don't have to have the ball in my hands, make plays for everybody else. I can, you know, play off the ball. I can guard different positions and, you know, try to free up Steph and Clay and Draymond. And, you know, so I'm just trying to add different parts of my game and, you know, something different than, you know, when I was in the finals last. And, you know, just trying to get better every day.
Absolutely. Maybe something for the fans here. Who would you, I know you've had a lot of teammates in the past, of course. Who would you say is your funniest teammate right now?
Oh, man. Draymond's got to be the funniest. He reminds me a lot of Kendrick Perkins, you know, and that's why, you know, me and him have such a tight relationship. You know, they're the same type of person, man. A lot of energy, a lot of trash talk, as you know. You know, so they remind me a lot of each other. Great guys off the floor, but you know, those two probably my easily top 5 teammates I've ever had.
Got it. As I mentioned, you've been in such a zone and a rhythm with the Warriors. It seemed like in Game 1 you felt great out there. Curious what the zone is like for you, because every athlete's been there, but man, I mean, you know, everyone talks about it, including all the NBA guys. It seems like when you're in a zone, there's really no getting in your way.
Man, I just try to shoot good shots every time down. Try to rely on the work I put in, you know, during, you know, after shoot-arounds, after practices, just focus on that, you know, just staying disciplined in my shot, make sure I got the right balance. So I just try to make sure my body is, you know, on point when I'm shooting my shots and try to shoot good ones. And if I feel good letting it go, then I feel like I'm in the zone. So I know if it leaves my hand, if it's a bad shot. So I just try to lock in those small details and, you know, and also do it consistently and, you know, just try to build on my habits and see where it takes me.
Seemed like all of Game 1 for the most part, you guys were in control, both on the defensive end and on the offensive end. You know, I know for us, we're constantly watching film and trying to understand what we could have done better. I'm curious, are there things going into Game 2 that you want to do better, or do you feel like the game plan for Game 1 was pretty much what you want to stick to?
We had a good game plan for Game 1, but you know in the playoffs, teams make adjustments game to game, and every game is different. So we know they're going to come out with way more energy. They're going to be way more physical than they were. They're going to try to slow the game down and expose the mismatches. So we got to be ready for all of it. I think, you know, we didn't shoot the ball particularly well to start the game. We had our spots, but I think if we put together a better game on the offensive end, as far as moving the ball, keeping the ball in our hands, we were solid with 4 turnovers. So, you know, if we try to get high assists, low turnovers, and make sure we rebound the basketball, but we play extreme for us if we continue to just bring that focus and stay locked in. It's going to be hard, but we're looking forward to it.
Right on. At 6'11", 7 feet, you're so versatile and so capable of doing many, many things on the floor. I'm curious if you tried to model your game after anybody growing up, because, you know, as everyone knows, you were in the gym nonstop and still are to this day, even after being an MVP and, you know, one of the best players in the world. So I'm curious if you had someone you modeled your game after growing up.
Man, I just try to watch so many guys. You know, I'm really big on just try to add as much skill to my game as possible. So I watch guys like, you know, Steve is a consultant for us, so he comes in a lot. Steve Nash, And, you know, we work on balance and footwork, and he's one of the most efficient players to ever play the game.
Right.
So I try to, you know, watch film on him and tape on him and see how he got to his spot so easily without any athleticism.
Right.
And it still was effective. You know, obviously guys in my build like Tracy McGrady, you know, Paul Pierce, and, you know, Carmelo Anthony, guys like that. Vince Carter, I tried to just take small things from their game and try to put it in minds, and you know, just try to watch everybody, man. Just try to keep getting better, and you know, I'm always down for some input from whoever knows the game. You know, just try to learn as much as I can.
So I know for me, LeBron coming downhill, you know, I'm trying to contest at the rim, but generally I'm not caught in a one-on-one matchup against LeBron, let's say in the mid-post or, you know, on the perimeter. Curious what your thoughts are on, you know, his ability to be so effective and how you can slow him down.
Man, it's hard to slow him down, but you can make it tough on him, and, you know, just try to, you know, contest every shot, you know, try to be as physical. I mean, even though he's the most physical presence at his position, you know, but just try to make it tough on him, fight him every possession. He coming downhill, it's tough to guard him, but try to get a contest, play hard as you can, and, you know, just go at him on the other end as well.
Which is better for you, a big dunk or a big three?
Somebody asked me that the other day. That was a great question. I like points, so I take 3 over 2 any day.
Right on.
But a dunk does get you into the game, but I like more points.
So being here in the Bay Area, what have you liked most so far?
Well, just it's a different vibe. I mean, I'm from Maryland, and coming all the way across the country is definitely different from where I was used to. And, you know, just coming out here with an open mind, not knowing what to expect, and just trying to live every single day and enjoy every single day. It's been so much fun. The Bay Area is so big, and I haven't conquered a lot, you know, everything around this area. So hopefully in the next few years I will.
Right on. Well, I appreciate you taking time. You know, I know the fans appreciated it. So good luck tomorrow night in Game 2, and we'll see you down the road.
All right, brother.
Right on,
Thanks,
man.
Good.